Hey, this is Ryan with our debtfreelives.com. Today I'm going to show you how to use Fidelity's analysis tool. So the first thing you'll want to do is log into your Fidelity account. And once you've logged in, you'll go over here to the analysis. Okay, so the first thing to call out, once you get to the analysis page, you'll notice up here you have the summary views, stock analysis, fixed income analysis, ratings, and portfolio analysis, or I'm sorry, portfolio insight. Now this allows you can go through and you can select certain accounts. So if you just wanted to view your retirement accounts or let's say your personal investment accounts that are not related to any type of retirement. So the first thing you'll notice is you have the account view and the goal view. Now the goal view is set up when you click on this. This is actually going to display whatever your goal is. So I only have a couple accounts assigned to this particular goal, but you can go through and you can add additional ones. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and stay at the account view because I would like to view all of my accounts at once. Now, I have about 80% right now currently in foreign and domestic stocks. So this will give you a little bit more insight if you want to read about different asset allocations. But this is a nice view to see where your portfolio is currently at. And if you notice, I have close to at 20% in either short-term or bonds. So the next one is going to be the top positions and ratings. So this is going to be a breakout of the companies that you own, and they may be mutual funds. It's just going to show your highest concentration. So right here we have the top 3 investments that I have. And then down here we have the stock analysis. So you can look at the style. So as we move up on the chart, that is going to represent a larger market cap. And then the valuation, if you'll notice in the left corner, so over here is going to be value, and then you have growth over here. And if we go to sector, I can see exactly how my portfolio is broken up. A good portion is in consumer discretionary, information technology, and communication services. Now this is going to be just for the stocks. Now when I look over at the portion, so my short term and bonds, this is going to be your fixed income. So you'll notice that right here is this is the credit quality. So as you go up, the quality increases. And then you have the duration, and as the duration increases, you'll notice it goes over to the right. And so right now it has a breakout. So you have your taxable and then municipal, which is going to be like a, let's say a California municipal bond that you purchased, which is going to be tax-free on there. So this is going to be just the summary. So if the overview, that's what we're currently looking at. If we go to the asset allocation, this is going to give us more detailed information about the asset allocation. So you'll notice here, this actually has the dollar amounts assigned to each value. And then it also shows you have a breakout of all of your different accounts and then the different types of investments that you have. And then so it lets you know which account it's in. And then it has a breakout. You can change this to a percentage to see where that particular fund is at. So for this ETF, you can see it's 100% in foreign. For Dodge and Cox Income, you'll notice it's 94% bonds and 3% short term. So you'll be able to see how each of your equities are broken out. Then the other nice thing is you can also export this list. So you can quickly download your asset allocation. All right, for the geographical distribution, this is going to show you a breakout of your portfolio and where it's currently at. And the geographical distribution is nice because it actually shows you all of your investments and a breakout of where you're currently invested. So you'll notice I have a lot in emerging markets for Asia. And if we go down here, I can actually click on a particular area, and it'll filter it over here, and you're able to see the current breakout. So one of the nice things I like to do is look at the percentage. And so I can look at, so for this particular fund, you can see that it's made up 7% in Latin America, 7% in Europe, emerging markets, 3% in developed. If we come down here, and then the rest is in Asia developed and Asia emerging markets. And you can see a current breakout of your investments. The nice thing about this is you're able to go through and see a breakout of where your investments are currently at. So if you want to mitigate risk, and let's say you have a lot of exposure to Asia emerging markets, or maybe it's North America, you can look at that and see which funds are exactly contributing to that. And then you can easily rebalance your portfolio. So next we're going to go to the detailed holdings. Now the detailed holdings is going to give you a bit more information. It's grouped together by your different accounts. So you can come in here and you can look to see exactly what investment types. So you have your exchange traded funds. So this is going to be an ETF. And then you have the Morningstar category along with the stock style category, which has a breakout depending on the valuation, whether it's a growth or value stock, and then also the size of the market cap. Next, we go to stock analysis. So the first thing to call out with this is the stock analysis is it's going to show that 80%. It's not going to show my full portfolio. It's just going to show what I currently have in equities. And so you can see with my current portfolio, right now you can see 41% is in large growth. And the nice thing is you can click, again, these are all interactive, so you can click through and it'll filter those particular accounts for you. And the nice thing is you can go over here and you can see what's made up for that. So if I'm looking for small growth, I can see which particular funds have that. Also, I like to change this to percentage. So if I do want to push more money into growth, I can look to see where my portfolio's at and make those necessary changes. And over here, you have a breakout compared to the Dow Jones. And again, with all of these, you can actually export this data. So it's very easy to use. And if you want to go through and save anything or make any changes, you can do so in Excel. And then over here, we have the sector. So you have your allocation. And so here you can see that consumer discretionary makes up 33% of my current portfolio. And for the Dow Jones, it's actually only makes up about 12%. So you can see the difference. See that I'm quite heavy in certain areas and lighter in others. So for example, if we look at information technology, you can see that this makes up 16% of my portfolio compared to the Dow Jones, which has 27%. And so if I click on the consumer discretionary, this will actually filter the results down here. So if I wanted to look at which particular funds are pushing discretionary up to 33%, I can look at the percentages. And you can see, for example, fossil, it's 100% in consumer discretionary. So the sector is great to look at any particular area that you may be invested too heavily in. So if you don't have a nice distribution on here, it could be a good idea to rebalance your portfolio. Next, we're going to go to the fixed income analysis. So this is going to show the 8% fixed income that I have. You can go through here and again, you can look at the investment grade of the particular bonds and with that. Over here, you have the duration, which is going to show short, medium, and long. And so this has a maturity of 5 to 12 years. And that's currently about where I'm at right now. And then the sector, you have a breakout of the type of bonds. So you have corporate credit, mortgaged asset backed, government agencies, and other taxable. All right, and then next we move on to rating. All right, so here we have the mutual fund rating. So if you notice down here, this chart reflects 76%, so about 161,000 of either mutual funds or ETFs will show up here also. And if we go here, we can click on this, we can see which funds. You'll notice down here, I have the value of these particular funds, where I own them. So right here, we have 44% is made up with 5-star. And so this Morningstar rating, you can look at where these particular funds have been. You can look at the rating of these particular funds. All right, and so next we have the equity summary. So for this particular equity summary score, I actually don't take this one very seriously because there's a lot of different factors that this doesn't take into consideration. So when I do my own financial analysis on a particular company, they may have a low rating, and there could be a number of reasons for that. So this is not a great way to assess a company just using this score. So I don't use this one. Here we have the bond credit quality. So this is going to show the breakout since I just have the one fund. So this shows a breakout of the bond credit. And so you can see for this particular fund, if we come down here, notice that a good portion of this is in AAA. And again, so for this investment grade, there's a good portion of it that falls under here. We have about 10% that fall in non-investment grade. So this one is great for anybody who currently may have a lot of risk associated with their bonds. And that's one of the things to always watch out for. If you'll notice some of these non-investment grade bonds, again, they will have a higher yield, but you are also taking on additional risks. So the nice thing is with this bond credit quality, you can quickly see where your investments are and those particular bonds that maybe have higher risk. So if you get some non-investment grade, always keep an eye out for those. And the reason being is there's more risk associated with those than these investment grade. So the portfolio insight is going to give you just a bit more information. So these are some of the things that you should do right away. So right here, I can see that I need to add a beneficiary to one or more of my accounts. The other thing is your portfolio has a concentration. So if I go through and I click on it, I can see, okay, fossil, this makes up more than 5% of the value of your portfolio. Over here, then we have ideas available to investigate. So you can go through and you can click through these and it'll give you some more information. The other nice thing is this current report. If I click on the reports, I can click as a PDF and I can actually export this. This will allow you to quickly share your information. So here it's going to have a summary of everything. And so this will just have the same information that we had before, except this is going to have a little more detailed information. You'll get a little bit more as far as the information and the call outs. So this is actually really pretty nice.